Does the crisis within Monsters Incorporated go further than just energy?
Is it possible that METP, Monsters for the Ethical Treatment of People's long-mocked argument against the practice of scaring children is more than just far-fetched conspiracies?
With new details still coming into light on the replacement of longtime CEO Henry J. Waternoose, tonight we take a closer look at the ethical dilemma inside the walls of the long-time trusted institution.
I'll kidnap 1,000 children before I let this company die.
Live from Monstropolis, I'm Anajit.
And I'm Rennie Faye.
As you know, our whole city is powered off of the largest energy source known to Monster, the screams of human children. However, as the energy crisis continues to worsen with each passing day, it is clear that it may not be the most efficient. To quote Waternoose himself,
Oh, kids these days, they just don't get scared like they used to.
With this problem affecting millions, it is logical that a new and more efficient way of collecting energy would be researched. However, this newest solution found has not only been deemed widely unethical, but has also landed Henry J. Waternoose behind bars.
All right, come with us.
What are you doing?
sir.
Take your hands off of me. You can't arrest me.
so what exactly was this plan, and what about it has sparked such outrage?
As we all know, METP has for many years protested that the process of collecting screams is unethical because it is human abuse. As they constantly remind us, humans are monsters too. While it can still be debated whether scaring children is ethical, it is clear that Waternoose took it too far with his plan to power the city turned to kidnapping and torture.
It seems his plan was to steal a child from their door, bringing it into our world to hold as a constant on-demand resource who could be tortured for screams 24/7. This plan did not only have the risk of possible contamination that would endanger the lives of all monster kind, but was clearly crossing the line into human child abuse.
After a years-long undercover investigation by the CDA, it has been concluded that Waternoose's actions are not only unethical but also illegal.
2.5 years of undercover work were almost wasted when you intercepted that child, Mr. Sullivan. Of course, without your help, I never would have known that this went all the way up to Waternoose.
Even though humans carry a deadly disease, that doesn't justify torture.
I also feel like it's important to mention that none of this would have come to light if not for the heroic actions of renowned scarer James P. Sullivan and sidekick Michael W.
That's right. Just yesterday we learned that they were the duo who revealed Waternoose's whole plan and have now restored the company to their former glory, with the discovery of laughter as a more reliable energy source.
I can't help but think that had this terrible plot not taken place, it would have never been discovered that laughter was a much more powerful source of energy. After all, it was the human child Waternoose brought into our world that revealed this to us.
Well, I'll have to disagree with you there. We may not have discovered laughter, but there were other promising options that were overlooked. The company could have employed more scarers or had them work longer hours. There was no shortage of children, doors, or monsters willing to be scarers. Waternoose's greed got in the way of the solution, seeing as both these options would have required paying the workers more. However, the issue was not a lack of money, but a lack of energy, and the company was more than capable of spending the extra amount.
Wow, that really puts the whole ethical dilemma into perspective. While this is all great, how can we be sure that this new policy of laughter is more effective than the potential of Waternoose's operation? Is it possible that by blowing the whistle they kept the energy crisis from being ended more efficiently?
Well, even though the long-time tradition of scaring has become obsolete, and those in the industry must be retrained in the art of satire, Sullivan and Wazowski's new proposed business model has so far adequately produced power for the city. It has also eliminated the debate over the mistreatment of human children.
Yes, I must say that since Monsters Inc. has started collecting laughter, the company's approval ratings have skyrocketed, largely thanks to the support from the METP.
I am just glad this story ended on a happy note.
Well, I think this whole situation is something that we'll one day be able to look back and laugh about.
Ha! That's hilarious.
This Monsters Inc. issue may all be behind us, but there are still many corporations making profit off of harming others or the environment. Let's hear now from the Lorax, a longtime advocate against big business.
I am the Lorax, and I speak for the trees. Money leads to corruption, at least from what I've seen. In my home, the plants once flourished, the air was clear and clean. But one flood came along and blew this all to smithereens, endangering an ecosystem just to make a buck. He knew he was harming us, but didn't give up a lot of thought to it.
For those of you who may not know, the once booming business of the Thneeds, led by a man called the Onceler, used fluff of the truffula trees to produce their extremely popular, multifunctional product. With the deforestation of the Truffula Valley, as well as runoffs and air pollution from the factory built to manufacture Thneeds, all animals living in the area and wildlife were essentially eradicated, forced to leave and find new homes or perish. Today, the air still remains dirty and unsafe for life of almost any kind. In his haste to become rich, the Onceler ignored the world around him.
Even I can see the ethical flaws in this business model. The environment was not a resource that the Onceler had any right to destroy for his own profit, just like it wasn't right for a human child to be subjected to extreme torture just so that we could have power.
I am the Lorax, and I speak for the trees. I'm very glad that you agree with me. That being said, condemning is not enough. Businesses need accountability, although it may be tough.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, Lorax. From Monstropolis, I'm Ready Faye.
And I'm Onaje. Good night.